Live from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Washington Nationals.
And now, please welcome your...
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Washington Nationals.
Just about set. And on the hill, Mackenzie Gore. Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
Ready to go? So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Fouled off left side. Fights it off. He'll see another. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading off for the Guardians.
Now here's Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
And a pitch. Late with the swing there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kwan gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Here's Jose Ramirez. That's out to center field. Young. They got it for out number 2.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter.
Here's the Guardians lineup
Manzardo.
now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Next offering is in for a strike. Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. Guardians lead 1. Now it'll be Washington's turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Washington, D.C., getting the nod in this one, Tanner Bybee. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Breaking ball inside. And the count's even at 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Pitch misses
Ball two.
there. Ball 2. And that drops in for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
2 down, bases empty. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. A little bit low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Two outs, bases empty. Late on that fastball.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Two down, nobody on. Hit in the air, left field. Kwan settles underneath it and makes the grab. That is the inning. Scoreless after 1. Top of the 2nd, and now it's the switch hitter, Carlos
Leading
Santana.
off for Cleveland, first baseman Carlos Santana.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Call. And out number 1 on the grab.
Batting 6th,
Daniel
right fielder
Schneemann, the
Daniel
next to hit.
Schneemann.
One down, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything
Batting
with that
second,
pitch.
second
You see it
baseman,
so well,
Gabriel
but you have to
Arias.
respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
So 2 down now, and here is Gabriel Arias in the air, right field. Cruz makes the play, and it's out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Back here in Nationals
Leading
Park,
off for
here's
the
Nathaniel
Nationals.
Lowe.
First baseman Nathaniel Lowe.
Swung on, belted. Kwan sprinting after it. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the switch hitting catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Ball to strike, and
2
that's
balls,
too high.
1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Runner at second, nobody out. To third. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. He will score. The Nats take the lead. Fires the second too late into second with a double, and Nat was hard hit.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting seventh, left fielder, Alex Call.
Next to hit for the Nats, Alex Call. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kwan settles underneath it. Corrals it. And there's two down.
Batting eighth, right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
2-2 on the way.
Count is 3-2.
Jacob Young in the on-deck circle for the Nats. Runner at second, two down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. Bo Naylor at the plate now.
Bo Naylor.
And it is 2-1.
2-1.
Swings through that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. One down, base is empty. That one missed. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Now a chance for Stephen Kwan. This one in the air. Garcia squeezes it, and that is that. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and now Jacob Young.
Center fielder Jacob Young.
Just off the inside edge.
Hey!
And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Shortstop.
Back to the top of the lineup,
Abrams.
C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. And it's fouled away. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2 outs, base is empty. Ahmed Rosario getting ready to hit. Up the middle, and a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. And a 2-1 on the way. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Nationals leave 1. They lead it 1-0. On to the 4th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Nolan Jones. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. And a ball evens the count.
Count's full.
The Guardians still looking for their first hit in this one. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
1 gone, runner at first. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Ramirez leads off first with 1 away. Ground ball to the right side, and foul ball. swings and misses. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Step off, throw to first. Ramirez back on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
At the plate, Daniel Schneemann. 2 on, 2 outs. Breaks his bat, pops it up. And that's the 3rd out. Guardians strand a couple. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chavi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Nathaniel Lowe. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Out there to center. Martinez makes his way towards it. Grabs it on the run. And there are 2 outs.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
2-2 to count.
2 outs. To the right side, and that chance handled. On to first. That's out number 3. So they make short work of him there. We played 4. It's the Nationals 1 and the Guardians nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. That's outside, and it's 2-1.
You know, these Guardians doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Now batting.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Next offering is fouled back. The Guardians trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Just misses. The count now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Stays alive. That one is absolutely belted. Ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, center fielder Angel Martinez.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Angel Martinez. The 1-1 is upstairs. 2-1. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. And that'll do it. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Nationals 1 and the Guardians nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now up for Washington, Alex Cole.
Alex Cole.
And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. It was another quality pitch for the strikeout.
And now the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. Slider clips the zone. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back-to-back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Schneemann makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jorge Lopez looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Ferrer, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now batting, shortstop, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Finds its way through, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
Now at the plate, Kyle Manzardo. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bounce to third. Rosario sends it across to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Nationals 1 and the Guardians nothing. Back in Washington, D.C. And now the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. In the dirt, and the count is even 2-2. Out to center. Martinez gets under it. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Ahmed
And
Rosario.
stepping in is the speedy Ahmed Rosario. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Logan Allen preparing to come on if needed. Smith getting cranked up as well. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
Now batting, designated hitter
James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And 1-2. And that one missing low. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Struck him out looking on the backdoor slider. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they still lead it 1-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Nationals.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
21.
Jorge Lopez.
These are the spots
Lopez.
relievers really make a name for themselves.
Leading off
Late
for the
and
Guardians,
close.
first baseman,
There's not much
Carlos
margin for error,
Santana.
but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And there's a ball.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
And that drops in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Daniel Schneemann in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
A great back and forth in that at bat.
Now
He had to lay
right
off some
fielder,
really
Daniel
close pitches,
Schneemann.
and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging for the K. Nice job behind the plate there.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Here's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. Just missed. Santana, the base runner at first with 1 out. Maybe a 2 ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Logan Allen.
Well,
Now
he's been hit
pitching
pretty
for
hard at
Cleveland.
times this season, as you see
Number
with the big
26.
ERA. So this is an
Logan
important outing
Allen.
for him to get on the right track.
Nathaniel
Leading
Lowe up
off
to hit.
for the Nationals, first baseman Nathaniel Lowe.
Next pitch is
that's out.
outside. There's a strike.
2-2 to count.
Ground ball up the middle. Jones. Now the throw to first on the run.
Oh, he's
and it
out.
beats him. What a play.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
And now the catcher comes up to him. K-Bert Ruiz. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and he breaks his bat. Arias. 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman Luis Garcia.
So up next, Luis Garcia. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And foul ball.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And that
got a
skips
full
in the
count.
dirt. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Kwan heads after it. Brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose A. Ferrer.
Well, he's been a really
Now
tough guy to
pitching
take
for the
deep this
Nationals.
season. You usually have to string
Number
some hits
47.
together in order to get to him.
Jose A. Ferrer.
Well, 1-run game.
Leading
So
off
in now for Cleveland,
catcher
Bo Naylor. Too low, and it's ball 3. Activity in the bullpen. Kyle Finnegan, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one
Ball 4,
misses.
pitch is
So a
down.
leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there.
Now
Pretty much
batting
gifted
center
at first
fielder
base with a
Angel
quick free
Martinez.
pass.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Angel Martinez.
Leadoff man is on. You got to be looking for the bunt here. Trying to get him into scoring position.
Ball.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Center field. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. So digging
Now
in,
batting,
Stephen
left
Kwan.
fielder Stephen Kwan.
Fastball for a strike.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
Naylor leads off first with 1 away. Backed off the plate that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, That's not up.
Three and two now. In the air, left side. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Now batting.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation. Can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
And here is Nolan Jones.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back. All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball. You got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big two-out hit.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Jose A. Ferrer done for the day, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for
so
the
they turn to their
Nationals.
closer, Kyle Finnegan.
Number 67.
All they need from him right here is one out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with two runners in scoring position. He does have the one open base to work with if needed.
Pivotal at bat now for the dangerous Jose Ramirez. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Cruz moving under it. Drops into the glove, and that's the third out. Guardians strand a couple. They trail here 1-0.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
29.
bottom of the eighth. Tim Herron. This
Herron.
southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Alex
Leading
Call
off
digging in for the Nationals.
Left fielder, Alex Call.
Next one in the dirt.
One strike.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Schneemann flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Now batting,
That's just a really
the
nice
right
catch
fielder,
on the run
Dylan
right there. He saved extra
Cruz.
bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The 1-1 is cut on and missed at a pitch
One ball,
upstairs.
2 strikes.
Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Cade Smith, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning. That's down and
2-2
in.
the count.
That missed by a lot. Full count, 3-2. And there's ball four.
That's ball four. Take your base.
No, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the
Now
call with
batting,
pitches near the
center
top of the strike
fielder,
zone.
Jacob
Man at
Young.
first with one gone. Digging in, Jacob Young. Cruz over at first with one away. outside. Now 2 balls and a strike.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
The shortstop takes the ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. An outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher, and the inning ends on an awesome play.
We go to the 9th. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
He's 2 outs away. And up next for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2.
Oh, man, that stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing, just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Substitution now at first base. On to pinch run, John Kenzie Noel. 1 down, runner at first. Stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann. Hit on the ground to the right side. Garcia tosses to first. Awesome play there.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Last out for the Guardians in this one. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Right through there for a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The Guardians down to their final strike. Misses. 2-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
There's a splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Ruiz down to first. In time, ball game. And the strikeout ends it.
He's up to triple digits with that save. 100 for his career now. And he's become an artist when it comes to closing out ball games.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.